Hi, and how's it going, y'all? This video is Monday, not the Friday I made the last video, but this is on the Monday that I typically make my videos, and this is my continuation on my Hunter video. This video is literally the next bit I'm playing my Hunter. I am actually a Titan main, not a Hunter main. I really like my Hunter overall, and this time I can actually show off my different characters. My characters are absolutely amazing, and I am really excited to actually be able to have a good-looking Hunter set with also human. Like I said last time, I do like the exo human or exo human, exo awoken human. I was getting ahead of myself in my mind because I was about to say I had awoken when I wanted just awoken and human. I was getting ahead of myself, which is something I do. With all that said, hopefully this video.
Long ago, a
Oh,
traveler came to the
why did it skip? I tapped that so long ago. I thought it was going to just not. I I double tapped accidentally because I thought that was the original. Ah, this is the 30th. Not 30th, 10th, isn't it? Shit. That's 10th stuff. Okay. I can easily go through that again. I have all of this to explore. I don't know why I am going anywhere else, or I'm able to go anywhere else. Though I was going to launch right in here because I technically haven't even gotten a ship, I don't think. Um, I'm going to continue doing what I was doing last time. I'm not even going to go to the tower because technically I can. I will, however, the beginning of this episode, get my emblem. The one I will only ever use on all of my characters. Where is my purple? Where is my purple? There is my purple. My purple. I said, "Where is my purple?" the first time because it was funny, and then it just became more and more funny the more and more I said it, which is why I kept saying it. My purple. Ooh, hell yeah. Do I get access to... No. Okay. That is not the cool chest. If you are a brand new player, I don't know if there's a requirement for having it, but there's a chest in here that is the tractor cannon. The tractor cannon is an amazing shotgun that actually should not have a crosshair because the crosshair is not where the shotgun will actually shoot, and first, the shotgun does not shoot pellets, it shoots in an AoE, so it will hit maximum damage no matter what you're doing, and that blast is not that crosshair. It is actually the entire radius of your screen. Not entire radius of your screen. Your entire fucking screen. Everything you are seeing is getting hit in that AoE. It is just hit. No matter how hard they just don't want it to happen, it will happen. Okay, I don't know how the fuck I just bounced off the ground there, but I want to be able to do that again. And I know it looked at not a good observer, or a not the bad way to put it. Because I've used the scammer so much, I saw that I actually got extra height there than what I should have, and also heard the tunk off of that jump. And because of how scammer works, I know that I actually tunked off the ground there and got height there. I don't know how the fuck I did it. I just know what I did. And the goal of this video, like last video, is to at least get to the tower so I can actually set up one of my loadout slots. And every single time I play my hunter, I am actually going to be
operational to balance the power grid. I can reboot it from the station out here, but not while the systems are in lockdown.
How can we help?
Find the central terminal. You can patch me in from there.
every single time I play my hunter, because I am playing from the ground up, I am going to be playing with you guys, relatively speaking. or ground up, relatively speaking. I do still have exotics and all sorts of things because I did have a hunter
This is a
that
Golden
was.
Age facility, lost during the collapse hundreds of years ago. It's amazing parts of it are still functioning.
Yeah, this gives me a reason to run back, or the conversation does. What was I saying? I had a hunter that wasn't awoken. Now I have a human hunter, so I have to remake everything. I actually accidentally deleted a couple weapons I really wanted to keep. A weapon specifically, don't know if I deleted any others, but a grenade launcher I really liked. I thought I already got rid of or got put in my vault, but
If
I didn't.
Shaw's right, activating the array should stop this arc energy from overloading. The Hive nest in the shadows, but they'll be on the move soon enough. The Fallen are territorial, more concerned with survival than war. But the Hive live for conflict. In their minds, all things have to earn the right to exist through victory in combat.
Once I get to the tower, I will have all sorts of different builds just instantly at my disposal, or not disposable, at my disposal right then. So I will put together a good solar build because I also have maximum glimmer, or basically maximum glimmer, which allows me to buy all the things I need. But what was I going to say? I will be progressing chronologically, like I said last video, and I'm not going to say this every single video, but because I'm not even to the actual tower yet, that is what I'm going to be doing, which is why this is episodical. I don't know the exact word that I'm wanting to use there, but I know it is a word. That is why it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth, because it will be a story so far, or a story to an extent. And I will say this, the build y'all are going to see me use on my hunter is going to be the insta-explosion build. Or, better way to put it, not insta, infinite explosion.
We're blocked. The power fluctuations caused a lockdown.
Yeah, alright. I'm on it. Sit tight.
Hive, incoming.
Stay in one piece. I'll have you out soon.
Oh, it has kill clip. I did not know that. Oh, I have not actually used kill clip in PvE before. No, 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 no! Back, you foul beast! And actually, in the case of the Hive, it actually is a foul beast. Huh. Like, in a biblical sense, kind of foul. I just went around in a circle.
Got it. Door's been power cycled. Getting a little spicy on my end.
Do you need backup?
I can take the heat, but I'm pinned down. I need to make a splash. Cause some mischief. Get the brood to clear out of here.
What kind of mischief?
How about the loud kind?
The Hive are drawing power from that ritual.
Do I have the yeehaw or the precise? The yeehaw, hell yeah. My favorite time ever using this super is in the Red War. You can't even do this mission anymore. But it was a bridge that extends that you have to wait for it to extend while a lot of boys are on the other side and you're able to kill them. Previously, before subclass 3.0, there was the 2.0 diamond system, so it wasn't all this fancy stuff. But the golden gun had that ability on the tree you were picking to be able to refund itself. That refund was on kill, not on ignition. On ignition means it has a little bit of timer from when you kill them to when it actually triggers, so it's a little bit of But that entire refund was on kill that allowed me to stand on the edge of that bridge and just kill every single boy that spawned. Like, I basically pop Deadeye, like McCree does in Overwatch. Just absolute, or the Red Dead Redemption version, I forget what that is. Just ding 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 ding, ding, just killing everything in one shot, or two, because it didn't really matter.
All right now. Whatever you're doing is turning heads. Keep it up.
Hive contacts increasing. That got a response.
I'm clear. Get out of there before you're overrun.
Oh, and now it's this way. If I knew the geometry of this area perfectly, I would be able to smooth through there. Because that's the only problem with Skimmer, is understanding the entire geometry and every little nook and cranny. Because, like, right there, like, I'm going to explain this because things like this are not actually easily understood. This here actually has geometry. See how I actually, like, stood on that a little bit? Even though I can't actually stand on it? That geometry actually knocked that around, so I couldn't actually drive around it until I stopped spinning, because that has weird geometry itself. This game is so gorgeous because of shit like that.
Touchdown expected within the next minute.
Shaw, whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, well, I'm still stuck in the subsystems. They aren't pulling enough juice. Get to the control room and reboot the main dish. It's the only way we'll draw enough power.
The little intricacies of this game are absolutely fucking gorgeous. How this game feels like a Paraculture world because of little things like that. How the actual, like, not the antennas, but sometimes, some things, not these, some things, little antennae like that actually matter, which is insane. Like, that, theoretically, you can land on, but I'm not going to do that.
There's the control panel.
Oh, I was going to go down there and kill some hive. Never mind. I was going to say, because they're not typically there, I was going to go kill them. Not hive, those are fallen.
Okay, you'll need to negotiate between crypto systems and verify the security lattice.
Done. Bridge layer restored. Master array launch queued.
All right then. Rerouting power your way.
The array. It's operational.
I was going to change my emotes overall.
Shaw? What did... Detecting a large hive swarm incoming. The array's signal is too powerful. It's drowning our comms. We're on our own. Hive tomb ships.
Those ships are doing exactly what it looks like. They're literally just puncturing through realities, because why the fuck not? Demon cockroaches. I'm gonna wait to see this entire animation because this is just gorgeous, and I do it every single time. There should be... Yeah, there's still more. Waiting on that gorgeous hum pulse thing. And now I gotta go kill everything. Okay. No, I just gotta return. Yeehaw, motherfucker! Oh, was it really It was really just that one. I wasted that so severely. Now, I don't know if you noticed what I just did. I actually tested in real time if the auto loading, or not, if the dodge mechanic will reload for kill clip, and I believe it does just by that test alone. Or actually, maybe not because that's a lot longer. All right, now I'm reloading because I'm running out. Okay, let me just let it refresh. Run out. Okay. Will this? It does. Cool. I just try to test it mid-combat. Things like that don't work all the time. Some things work, some things don't. I forget what doesn't, but some things just don't.
Do you read? You still with me?
We're alive.
I shouldn't have put you in that position. When you dropped off comms, I thought...
We're all right, Shaw. The Hive are retreating. Did it work?
Checking. Looks like it. Levels are dropping across the grid. Just need to unlock the chamber now and we can finish this. Get back to camp before Navota makes another appearance.
For my controller players, a way to easily get to this right here very fast without having to press ghost and then go to that little bit of delay, sure doesn't really matter, but it can still be handy, is press pause and then touchpad. Or I think most consoles nowadays have touchpad actually. That'll allow you to just swipe your thumb, which is very handy. I was going to go to the Cosmodrome, but I actually wanted to say how you can do that because I do that all the time and it is actually very handy. Oh, that's actually a roll I'm gonna keep. That's actually a very fun roll. Reload speed isn't the greatest, and that's actually just a. Is this just a base roll that everyone gets? It's actually a pretty fun roll. This should feel like a very snappy thing.
Sorry to do this to you, but I'm headed for the superconductor and I'm running this part solo. We've had enough Guardians die today. The city needs new blood like you. Gotta keep you safe. Before you think about doing something reckless, there's only one access key for that chamber, and I've got it on me. If I make it out, I look forward to working with you again. If not, I left you a sparrow. Take it and get out of here. Get to the last city. Shahan, over and out.
How could he do this? Navota is still out there, and she already destroyed 2 Guardians. This is bad. Shaw said he took the only key, but he can't have searched the whole Cosmodrome. There has to be more. Let me check his archived location data. He was recently doing something out on the Forgotten Shore. Let's start searching there. Sending coordinates.
Ooh, if I remember correctly, this is where this campaign makes no sense whatsoever, but it does if you think about it vaguely. I'll explain. This is, if I remember correctly, where you can get other, we can actually start getting the other subclasses overall. But this mission is a very, very weird one. but I will explain exactly what it is showing while you are doing it, or while we are doing it. Okay. Right now, what it is showing is that the light is being suffocated by the hive gunk that is literally in this pocket of reality, and how light and dark are not light and dark in the physical sense. Light is not like light from a light bulb. Light is it is supernatural. It is paracausal. It is so many different things. Like solar light is not solar light. Like I think in my own head that solar light actually has different colors. We see it as orange because we want to see it as orange. Theoretically, it could actually be like red because there's red dwarf suns and different things like that, because it's meant to be the sun's energy to give off of life, So theoretically, it could be all sorts of different things. And our sun isn't even orange; it is yellow. So don't know why it's orange. That could actually be signification of the first traveler's sun, or the traveler's first sun, relatively speaking. But that is what this is signifying: the overall just gunkification of everything around. That is not the thing I'm going to be using. I actually really do not like Gunpowder Gamble. If I could have like a different input to grab it, and okay, speaking of that, if I could have a different input for that grenade and a different input for picking up the Diamond Lance versus the Tangle or any other pickup would be very, very, very handy. Just the ability to say, I want this or this or this at a guaranteed moment is very handy. Like, for an example, I have multiple builds that are two builds specifically, I think, that build into uh, Diamond Lance and Strand, and because Strand, all you need to do is kill something affected by Strand to get a Tangle. When I have both of them doing things, in the Prismatic build, you're going to have both doing things, both making both, so I could easily be wanting the Diamond Lance, not knowing that is there, or the Tangle's there, and grabbing the Tangle instead, and dying, because if I grab the Diamond Lance there, I could have freeze the thing to keep going, that type of thing. Which is why having an insta, or a way to say, I don't want to grab this, would be very handy. Oh my god! I just realized something. The Traveler's Favor. That is the same buff as in the Pale Heart. It's generally the same thing, don't have the same icon, but the Traveler's Favor has always really been a thing. Not always, this is actually pretty new, but I wonder how many other places this general thing is happening, or this buff is going on. Like, for an example, in the Red War era, there was, in the Red War era, there was a way to get different subclasses and just overall expand your subclass overall, or subclasses overall, which I think was to get different grenades to begin with, or something like that. I don't know exactly what you got, but you went into the Shard of the Traveler and the forest around it, or near the Shard of the Traveler and the forest around it, in the EDZ, that entire Dark Forest, I believe is what it's called. And in that area, you got to hear stories about the old Guardians, and how that also shows how the light and the different subclasses are really from a specific person. Where theoretically, if somebody is strong enough will, they can mold that entire light to them because of what it can actually do. Like, for an example, warlocks can do so many different things in lore, and like so many other things can do things in lore, but the actual variety and flavor that Guardians could do means theoretically, and even with the lore, what we know about Guardians, Destiny 2 is like the scariest thing ever. Like, something that dawned on me a couple days ago. Destiny 2 is one of the very few fictional universe that could actually go toe to toe with Warhammer 40k entirely. And I mean entirely, because darkness is actually mental stuff. Like, Strand is the flow of consciousness. Uh, Stasis is the conquering, like depression, conquering, they also do different things when it comes to mental stuff. The Sea of Souls is just that. So theoretically, and because they're doing a death battle thing, there's supposed to be a way to fight each other. So, in my personal reasoning, if they were to fight each other, they would be the same power. But boiled down, like, the Ruinous powers are using individual things, even though the cycles are using individual aspects of the overall possibility with all of that, and with the light aspect on top of it, because it's molding light and dark at the same time with what Psychers do, something like that. But Guardians are I don't think Omega level. I think Omega level actually is a thing. They are able to cast things like the lance that shredded through, or the blood lance, if I remember correctly, from the captain of the Blood Angels, being able to just toss it through an entire storm, and I mean literally storm cloud looking storm of Tyranids, just boom, and kill them all. The Guardian can do that shit, specifically the Warlock, but they can do shit like that all the fucking time. And this signifies, like I said before, like I was saying before, this all signifies that the Hive are always watching, because those are like their, not eyes, because those are shriekers. Those are their ritual totems, the things used in a lot of different ritual sites, and just overall. Ooh. What is this meaning exactly? Because this means ritual, not gunk like this means. What is the ritual here? There hasn't been one since this released. Maybe this is what Navote is doing, and that's what it's trying to say. I don't know. I don't know that bit, but I know what it's trying to say overall. I really like scout rifles up close and personal. Like, for an example, you can actually decently hip fire. It's not the greatest sword. Other weapons are just kind of better for it, but you can if needed. Okay, what is that quest for? This. Oh! It's the Arbalest one. That's gonna be handy. The Arbalest is a very good weapon. I don't think off the top of my head I'm gonna be using that in a build. But I could. Ah, I thought that was a little bit farther. Okay, that is just me fucking up. I am not the greatest when I'm hip firing for some unknown reason. Damn, the cooldown on that is a lot faster than I thought it was. Whoa. When did it go down to that? Okay. I might make something with that now. I don't know what I would use it. I could just keep. Do I want to pay attention to that and keep in mind that? Because that is so many extra things to pay attention to with the overall build that I could use that with. Ooh! Does that work with. Because it counts as a grenade, does that work with something like. I forget what it's called. Tessellation. Could I use that, consume it, and have a solar ignition? Ooh. Oh, and I know I could do this. Hell yeah. And this this is a cool, interesting way to balance things, but if you didn't have to have both of those, it wouldn't. Okay, if you didn't have to have both of those, it wouldn't be as just balanced overall, because it is actually pretty balanced overall. But there should be more cases where something like that is applicable, where there could be new additions. Like for an example, Titan's Fist of Havoc Super has just kind of been lackluster compared, or has always been lackluster since the removal of the ability to get back energy on kill. If there was something, not necessarily to get energy on kill, but like some way to benefit from it with like knockout, where, and I do think knockout itself should get an extender, like for an example roaring flames, where, or even offensive bulwark, where getting that made, or you can always proc it on that trigger, whatever that trigger may be, and that is just very handy, very good overall, and can allow a lot of cool things overall if knockout could do the same thing. And that would also allow knockout, like with roaring flames, offensive. I don't think a bullet spark would actually work with that, but like roaring flames, I do think a bullet spark should actually work for supers that do melee damage, like the main shield super. There we go. uh like the main shield super, but yeah, at a point, why was it going down that rabbit hole specifically? Was there a point for my hunter? I don't think there was a point for my hunter overall, but Titan has little pain points that need to be taken care of, not an overall, and that is what I've been trying to say with a lot of videos. I made other videos on what Titan really needs, because people don't really play Titan. People play punch crazy stupid person, not Titan. Titan has a lot of strengths that, like for an example, Prismatic. One of the strengths with it is Diamond Lance and Dranger's Dash and everything else except for Unbreakable. If Unbreakable was the void, or is in this case it would be ability damage, giving you volatile or applying volatile, and then being able to spread that volatile when it explodes, something like that, and also giving healing back. If that was on Prismatic Titan, it'd be perfect.
Navota gets to him first. We need to find another key and access that chamber, fast. There's some old caches nearby. Let's start there.
Ah, I think I'm supposed to go there. Ooh! Off the top of my head, the third vehicle Destiny could introduce is instead of the skimmer, how you have to go from that and have a lot of distance, you could have a very slow but height gaining vehicle. Where you can actually just fly with it, like it's a jetpack or something like that.
No key, but I'm detecting residual particles consistent with cache alloys. There were more chests here once. They must have been stolen by Fallen or Hive. There's a particle trail leading to a nearby cave. Sending coordinates now.
You know what? I'm actually going to make a build with gunpowder. I was going to make a build...
Still no key. I'm reading 2 other particle trails on my tracker.
that's completely different than what I'm going to do now.
Check your weapons.
But
I'm reading a cluster of Hive bioenergetics.
this should be absolutely gorgeous. I don't even have that as the button input anymore. Mine is up on D-pad, but on a tap. Huh.
Ah, there's some encryption code on this data pad, but it's incomplete. If we find more, I could fake the authorization and act as a key myself. Careful. I'm detecting a high density of fallen weapon signatures nearby. Got it. This has enough code fragments for me to generate a new authorization. I need to boost my signal for the key to register, though. I'm reading a concentration of energy in the moth yards. Might be what we need. I've marked your tracker.
That right there is also okay. With the skimmer, a very cool and interesting thing you can take advantage of is the dash actually has horizontal movement. Like for an example, if you're dashing and you want to stay on a platform, you can do something like that. Like if you're jumping and you want to stay on something, you can do that to counter that momentum going that way, but you also have to turn horizontal like I was to dash backwards technically, which is very cool overall in how this game works, and that's just another cool factor. And I'm making this series overall to
Full of ionized superconductor energy. It must have dispersed when we activated the array. I can use this to amplify my signal. Let's collect the charges.
I'm using
I
this
still can't reach Shaw. We need to hurry.
playthrough as a good way to show, or not a good way to show off, a good reason to gush about this game that has made me want to make games for multiple years now, and I'm just now getting the ability to. I still don't actually have the ability to because I was a dumbass and deleted some things
Recursive analysis.
on
Thread complete. I am now authorized. Let's hurry.
on my PC. That was the Unreal Engine things because I thought I'd re-download it because things happen with my PC. So I tried to delete them, couldn't delete all of them. So I thought, I don't have to worry about the downloading anymore because you won't have to worry about that. But because those things that are still downloaded were a thing and not everything else was, I actually glitched it. So now I have to figure out a way to delete it, even though it wouldn't let me delete it. So yeah. I am asking my tech support mom to help me out. But but it is going to be tomorrow when she gets home from work. I've said this in a lot of different videos, but this gunk is not actually their shit or anything. That's actually their language. Just a byproduct of it.
With hive magic. That explains why transmats were blocked.
I'm gonna yee your hall, motherfucker. Yee your hall, bitch. You can't kill me. I was gonna say like gingerbread man, but I couldn't think of anything to go with what I'm doing. Not fast as fuck. I'm just this. I don't even really have a build.
Navota's gone. Wherever she went, I can't detect her anymore. But I've got a lock on Shaw's ghost. Let me help him.
Ooh, this is actually a time reviving somebody. That should just look like the revive thing.
Are you all right?
What? What are you doing here?
We couldn't let you do this alone.
Navota?
She's still alive. Somewhere. We did enough to force her to retreat.
You fought her off? Alright then. I'm sorry I left you behind. After Cass and Maeve, I was just afraid to lose anyone else.
So were we. That's why we followed you.
Nobody likes to be sidelined. I'm glad you were here. I owe you. The prize is yours. Superconductor is over there. Grab it and meet back at camp. For real this time.
I can feel the arc light coursing through this. No wonder the Vanguard want to make a weapon with it. Let's head back to camp and then the last city. Home.
Alright. I'm not actually going to talk to Shahan. That's something I'm going to do next episode and do all that. But, and I'm saying all this because I am going to end it after all this. But, arc energy or arc light is not actually blue light. Arc light is actually the flow of motion. It is all sorts of other things, including, for some reason, being cold in a lot of instances. I know that's been retconned, but I think it can be cold theoretically. I think is how that works. Because Cold Heart uses cold fusion, and I think it's actually cold overall. And in the old, don't know if it's a new one, but the old one of Exodus Crash, that old strike, you actually, I hope you can't actually hear the mint in my mouth. I should not pop one in my mouth. Sorry about that. Hopefully I can take my cheek. There we go. It's a very small one, so I didn't know if I could. It's not a lot of stuff to grip. I was gonna say. Arc energy is the flow of motion, also different things. So arc, people imbued with arc theoretically should be able to move fucking fast, faster than amplified actually is. Like the movement speed and everything is insane. That should be done. Now, with all this said and done, shown and everything, I hope you all have a good rest of y'all's day and enjoy the video.